Hello YouTube! Today I will be showing you how to sharpen your lawnmower blade. A few of the key items you'll need in order to complete this task. Preferably you'll want some sort of device and a solid surface to clamp your blade to. Your choice of grinding tool, whether that be an angle grinder or a file. And a blade balance. You can usually find these at your local hardware store for just a couple dollars. Or if you're in a pinch, a hammer and nail will work just fine, and I'll show you how to use both of those. Eye and ear protection is also a must whenever it comes to this kind of work. You don't want to get metal filings in your eyes, and you certainly don't want to lose your hearing. Otherwise, you're not going to be watching these videos, and you're not going to be doing near as many of these projects. Which will also come in handy for cleaning up your blade prior to filing your edge. The blade is now clear of most grass and rust debris. When sharpening your blade, always make sure to file on the top side of the blade or the cutting edge. Never file on the bottom or the flat side of the blade. An alternative option to a blade balance, if you're in a pinch and just want to get this taken care of a little bit cheaper than a typical job, just attach your nail, stick your blade on there, and it acts as its own balance. Or hand filing, always make sure to file into the blade. Don't file away from the blade, and this is just for a structural purpose, or blade integrity. As far as the angle goes, typically you're going to want to stick with the manufacturer's angle if possible. Otherwise, you can usually just default to 45 degrees. When filing with a hand file, always push into the blade. This isn't so much for the lawnmower blade at this point as it is for your file. Your file will not last very long if you're going back and forth like you would with a handsaw. This is you want to do a forward pushing motion at approximately the same angle as the blade. Another tip, this won't be so much of an issue with hand filing, but if you are using hand grinder, always make sure to keep an eye on your edge as you're grinding. If you see the color of that metal start to change, what's happening is you're losing your strength in your blade. You're bluing the metal, and you will have a much softer metal. It won't hold its edge near as long, and will be worse for your blade integrity overall. Here is a nicely finished mower blade edge. As you'll see, there's some curve that is associated with that blade edge, and that's why whenever you're using a file, you'll find that a file with a rounded edge is going to work very well for you. It'll help get into that curve and get the nice shape, and on your flat surfaces you can use the flat side of your hand file. Next step, you'll want your blade balance set on some sort of flat surface, and you're simply going to place your blade on the balance. And what you're going to see is this left-hand side is dropping down, and that just means that the blade is not balanced. It's heavier on this edge. So all you need to do is remove a little bit of material at a time until your blade sets relatively flat. Here you'll see the blade is sitting much more flat. In fact, it's flat enough for me, so I'm going to call this blade good. An alternative option to a blade balance, if you're in a pinch and just want to get this taken care of a little bit cheaper than a typical job, just attach your nail, stick your blade on there, and it acts as its own balance. Thanks again everyone for watching. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave it in the comments section. I'm always looking for ways to help you guys out. Thanks.